Listen, body parts. Okay, I love them, but they're just so short. Half of my time is spent wishing that they were longer.
Arms! It's can't believe this game made me scared of all This game is on my Switch because 2017 Goopy thought it was a good idea to spend $60 on this rather than Splatoon. Arms is just like me. A disappointment. But to see why I think this game is such a disappointment, we have to go back. It started with Kosuke Yabuki being on crack and wanting to see if the Minecraft third-person view would work in a fighting game.
Originally they wanted Nintendo icons such as Mario or...
Whoa. But they just think it didn't work with the idea of their arms extending. I do think that some Punch-Out characters would be nice, but it would still be weird with long arms. Now, nothing really happened with this game to the public until the Nintendo Switch presentation on January 12, 2017. And all it really said to us is, it's a boxing game with long arms. I don't think anyone was really mad about this reveal. Most people were pretty excited to try the new and somewhat original motion controls. I guess it was used in Wii Sports, but f*** you, this is different. Now, the public didn't know anything about the game after it was announced. We only got the one Nintendo Direct and that was it. It was only up until right before the game released, Nintendo announced that there was going to be a global test run titled Global Test Punch. They did something similar with Splatoon 2 around 2 days before, and also with Mario Strikers in June 2022. I think that these are to test the servers and make sure that everything works well, without any game-breaking bugs or whatever. There's nothing special about it. You could play online matches and that was about it. The game released around mid-June 2017. Now I got this game on the eShop, so let's open up the game and see what's in store for us. Nice. This game tells you that there are two different ways to play the game, the Wii Sports way and the normal way. Listen, if you'd rather use two Joy-Cons instead of just buttons, yeah, welcome home. The base gameplay is pretty simple. You can punch, grab, block, sometimes a robot drops something to heal you, be a terrorist, or it fills your super meter. You can press both bumpers at the same time and just mash the buttons to hit a super. This always feels so satisfying and good to hit. You can dash, move around, jump and air dodge, and you know, that's about it for movement controls. Now we have a couple different game modes. Grand Prix, Versus, Party Match, Ranked, Friends, and Local, and I feel like we should go over them one by one, so let's start with Grand Prix. So first we gotta pick a character, and my god, there were a lot in this game. Classics even. Can't believe they have big toilet paper guy, and who can forget Warren G. Harding? Alright, let's pick a character and... What? Okay, can I just say how dumb it is that color variants are supposed to be a secret in this game? In the actual game, they're only used when there's more than one of the same character in one battle. But for some reason, when you want to specifically pick one color, you need to hold down the left stick, push it to one side, and then, and only then, can you pick one color. And it doesn't even show you before you actually pick the character. It only happens once you press the A button. It's so dumb! Okay, back to the Grand Prix. This is kinda bad. You commit a couple of war crimes, take a basketball break, and save the day by beating some evil head off the champion. After doing so, you become the new champion and are given a neat little piece of art depending on the character you picked. My problem with the Grand Prix in this game is that everything is randomized. The fighters that you fight and the minigames that you play are never the same. Now you might say, Goopy, isn't this a good thing so that it doesn't get too repetitive? To which I respond with, no. I much prefer the way that Smash does it. Make every individual character have their own order of fights and their own theming. It's underwhelming and kinda boring, but the game must have other things in store besides this, right? Versus is by far the best part of the game. You now have the free will of choosing these game modes without them being tossed in a hat and picked at random. Not only that, but there is the addition of the headlock game modes. Now there are two new game modes revolving around it. There's Headlock Scramble and Versus Headlock. Headlock Scramble is a basic fight with headlock in play. In the beginning, it flies down in a cage. You can either break the cage or attack the opponent. Once the cage is broken, you can grab it and it gives you 2 extra arms on each side. Now this may sound broken, and that's because it is. But this makes for a really fun game mode. To knock the head off, you need to either grab the opponent or it falls off after a short period of time. Versus Headlock is like a raid boss. You team up with 2 to 3 other people and all fight a beefed up headlock. Both of these game modes are extremely fun and have some of the best moments in the game. Not only that, but there's the inclusion of 2v2s. You and another person are tied together by a wire and you cannot go too far from each other. You two fight 2 other people with the same set of rules. If you grab someone, the other teammate goes flying and they take 100 damage. This game mode is a constant battle between saving your teammate and dealing damage to the opponent, because there is no way you're winning a 2v1.
You can play versus with either other people or computers, which seems fine at first, but good luck trying to convince someone to play a game called ARMS. Next thing they know, you're trying to play a game about feet.
So what's the way to fix this?
You can play with items online. So let's go into party match and... oh, you have to pay for online. Now when you compare the price of Nintendo Switch Online to other competitors, it doesn't seem that bad, but you're still hiding the best part of the game behind a paywall. This is honestly really disappointing, especially because this is the most fun I had with the game. Also, Grand Prix sucks, and playing against CPUs also suck. Okay, well, next game mode is ranked. I don't know who's really playing this game competitively, but I guess they exist. Alright, next game mode is friends. Let's be honest, none of your friends are playing this game. Alright, last game is locals, and that's literally just wireless local battles. That's it. I feel like this game is so derived of like actual content that it really just makes the overall game less replayable and honestly less fun. There are multiple ways that they could have made overall battles more fun. One reason that the game feels repetitive is lack of variety between the characters. Sure, they all technically have their own quirks. Helix can stretch, Ninja can teleport, yada yada yada. But the way that they handled the arms was so bad. They could have easily just given every fighter 3 arms to use. This way you would actually feel incentive to pick a specific character. It is either that or you make more difference between the fighters. When you are fighting as a different character, there isn't really any difference in playstyle. I honestly feel no difference whenever I play Min Min and Helix. If the developers gave more characteristics to each of the fighters, the game would have been so much more interesting.
I really wish there was more to this game so that it wasn't so disappointing. I truly believe that this game had so much potential, but it was wasted. Just the plain idea of this game and all of the characters are so creative. It really makes you wonder what this game could have been if it was actually used to its full potential. To be fair, this game is an experiment. They only wanted to see if a third-person point of view could work with a fighting game, and they succeeded.
Honestly, what's holding this game back is a lack of content and lack of actual good gameplay. And now I'm just realizing I described a bad game.
Honestly, this game is mediocre at best.
Wait.
Yo, they got badges in this game, bro. Best game of the decade. Nothing is topping this.